We're now at week 2 of All Out, and I'm still realizing exactly why I am in love with this anime. Now, I know some people are thinking, oh, well, it's just the second episode. It can't be all that great, or you can't know you love it that much already. But man, these first 2 episodes have been absolutely awesome in terms of animation, plot, and just characterization, man. This episode, we got a taste of a few new characters who are going to be on the team, some of the freshmen, and they seem like they're pretty cool as well. Right now, I'm so stoked for this anime, and I think it's just because, like I said, I've been waiting on it for a long time, so I'm kind of optimistic about it, but it's so great and entertaining to watch at the same time. The episode is called I Want to Tackle You, and that's pretty much what the whole episode is based around. It starts off, the team goes out to practice, and then you have Jian, who's pretty much impulsive and impatient. He just wants to do what he wants to do when he wants to do it when it comes to terms in rugby. He wants to practice, he wants to play, he wants to be the best, and he wants to just pretty much get out there and tackle. They tell him for practice, we're going to start with the basics. Everyone practice catching the ball, getting used to it, just things like that. And he complains immediately saying that, no, I want to tackle. That's what I want to do. Because for some reason, he gets an enjoyment out of that. And I can see it because he's a short character. He says he's being made fun of for his size. So he probably just feels that showing he can tackle is something that makes him feel like he's bigger than what he is, and it's something that'll probably make people set their eyes on him more. And that's really what goes on in a whole lot of animes. Characters that are demeaned to be weak or perceived to be weak or useless or just not as strong as others are the ones who want to be recognized the most. And that's exactly what we're getting from the character of Jian. Now, Sekizan, who's the team captain, tells him, all right, you've got 5 chances to tackle me this first time. He goes about 3 and he tries to tackle him and it just doesn't work. And he tells him, all right, this is what I want you to do if you want to learn how to tackle. I want you to do laps around the field with the ball on your back while bear crawling, but you can't use your knees. So his knees can't touch the ground. And pretty much the entire episode, this is what Jian's doing. He's practicing the whole time. And a lot of kids are looking at him like, oh, wow, look at him. He's going through all this for no reason or just to try to prove something. But at the end of practicing, they're noticing that he's gone the whole time without stopping. So immediately, everyone's got their eyes on him. And that's usually how it works with these type of characters, the protagonists. It's just they're noticed very easily, which is pretty awesome. But he does this throughout most of the episode until finally it gets to the point to where he sees Iwa, who's noticing him, telling him you need to stop being reckless. And he asks Iwa, he says, all right, well, can I practice tackling on you? And we find out later on in the episode that Iwa actually taught him a technique that would help him to tackle, which was pretty cool. But it moves right along. It goes to them having their first meeting as a team. And while they're having this meeting, you get to meet another one of the characters who comes in late. His name's Ibumi, and he plays the wing position, which is the position that actually Jian had got assigned, so he was a bit upset about it. And the team captain, Sekizan, decides, okay, well, since you're late and you've missed a week of practice, I'm going to give you 20 laps. And he looks at him, he says, I knew it, which was funny. And then he says, okay, well, fine, since you knew what's going to happen, I'll give you 40 laps. And I don't know, it was just a funny moment after he started showing up because he came in, he was all cocky, and he was a little bit upset about Jian taking his position. So he gets into an argument with Jian, and then one of the other guys steps in and says, okay, well, I hope Shorty gets your position because you missed a week and you think you can come in. And Jian says, wait a minute, who are you calling short? So he gets offended, and then we just get to see all of them going at it as a team. They're arguing, and it definitely makes up for a moment of comedy. But they start talking about the team that they're going to play for this scrimmage match, which is the exact team that Iwa, the guy he tackled in the previous episode in the flashback, Miyagi, was on. He's going to be on that team. So Iwa doesn't want to play at all. He just doesn't want to. I'm pretty sure it's just because of that scarred him, tackling a good friend of yours and knocking his shoulder out of socket. I can imagine that. If I did that in football or something, I would feel terrible playing that team again. So, yeah, that happens, and he just doesn't doesn't want to play that team. And I guess we're going to see what happens with that next episode. But the most epic moment of this episode, in my opinion, was the very last part when Gion was doing his tackles and he says, it's my turn. I'm going to do this. He tries to tackle Sekizan again. He goes 4 times and he just can't do it. And he's all tired out, or so he's perceived to be. Everyone's saying, oh man, come on, you still got one more to go. You can do it. You can do it. Come on, lift yourself back up. And at this moment, once again, he charges in, and this is when we find out exactly what Iwa taught him. He goes straight for Sekizan's legs, right underneath his knees, and he lands this awesome tackle. And the reason I say it's awesome is just because of how it was shown, how they displayed it. It just looked so beautiful, man. It really just, like, I don't know why, but shows like this, man, when I'm watching them, sports shows, it just gives me these chills when I see awesome moments being performed in the show. I don't get that watching real sports. I don't really watch real sports, but just like in anime, I just watching them, it gives me these chills. Like it's amazing. And honestly, I got those when he got that tackle in, and you can see that Sekizan and everyone else was impressed. And it showed a little flashback of what happened of when him and Iwa talked, and it was just amazing, man. Honestly, I love this episode. Episode 2, I don't think it was as good as 1 because 1 was the start of just getting you into characters, but this is them getting ready to play. This is them showing that, hey, it's coming. This anime is starting off. We're about to start this game, and it's just getting entertaining, man. So I'm loving it, and like I said, the first week I reviewed this, which was last week, highly recommending this anime. If you haven't started, it's only on episode 2, so you can catch these episodes. Highly recommend. Still, I'll give this episode a 10 out of 10, man. Just everything is beautiful. The characters, great. I love it. So, yeah, I hope you guys like this review. And if you are watching this, I hope you do watch the anime. Please go check it out. And I'm Animated Heroes. This is my review for All Out episode 2. I Want to Tackle You is what it's called. Go check it out, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.